Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Two Buds One Podcast, episode 57. My name is the Techno Jelly. I almost said Alchem Games again with my co-host Alchem Games. I have absolutely no idea why I always almost say your name, Alchem. It's because I don't want to not. It's because I don't want to forget saying your name. So I'm thinking, don't forget to say Alchem. Like also put Alchem in the intro, and then I almost say your name as my name. It's a problem. It's a problem. I don't know how I'm ever going to get over this. Maybe if we do 400 episodes, I'll finally not almost say your name, you know? Maybe. We'll see. Probably not, though. Probably not. So, Alchem, since the week, we've actually done it. We've done a weekly podcast as it goes. Tons of stuff actually happened, which is interesting. And I feel like the things we should talk about first, there were two, maybe three, you could say, big things that happened over the past week over the gaming side of things, really. But it is probably everything to do with Xbox. How much do you know all the things that happened with Xbox, Alchem?
You mean the price raise?
And the new launch and the console launch.
Oh, no, I don't remember the new console launch. I'm just aware of the price range for Xbox. What is it?
The
I forget
Xbox
their
Game Pass
subscription.
Ultimate.
The Game Pass. Yeah, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, so it increased in price by a lot. Even in US, it was by a lot, and in some other countries, it was like 3 times as much. For instance, for the US dollars, we're keeping it in US dollars because it's more simple like that. But in US dollars, the Ultimate, which is the highest tier, and let's be honest, the one that obviously most people want, went from 16.99 to 29.99. Or was it 19.99? Sorry, it was 19.99. So basically it went up full $10.
Yep. Yeah, the
And
price difference now is $10 for the if you want the service,
yeah. Well,
which
but the jump
is going to
between
add up over
yeah, the
years.
jump
Over
between
the
premium and ultimate though is pretty wide too, because it's 14.99 to 29.99. So it's double the price of the second tier.
Mhm.
And I think the biggest thing for me personally is that, when you think about Xbox Game Pass, all the games on Game Pass are great, but the reason you're getting Ultimate Game Pass and most people, the reason they get Game Pass is because you get the day one releases from all the Xbox titles, all Xbox published things, you get day one releases. And that's hasn't changed. Like that's the same. The things they added for Game Pass Ultimate, I feel like the majority of people who play Game Pass don't care, you know? Because what they add, the two things they added, okay, well, the two things they added for gaming is Ubisoft Plus Classics, which is nice. You get a ton of the Ubisoft games. So you get a bunch of Assassin's Creed, a bunch of the Far Cries, which is good. And you get Fortnite Crew, which is Fortnite's subscription service in Game Pass. So you get the Battle Pass for Fortnite and I think 1,000 V-Bucks or something like that. Which, is not too bad, right? Like, it's not that bad. It's pretty, like, if you look at just the money value, it's not that bad and it's pretty good. But, like, I'd hate to be this guy, Alchem, but who cares? I'm like, who cares about Ubisoft Classics and Fortnite Crew? You know? Do you
No, I
care?
agree. Not really. Not for Ubisoft. Not really. Even for Fortnite.
Yeah,
These are these are not additions. They're not. I mean,
they are
Ubisoft's, yeah,
additions.
it's addition. Now, Ubisoft's thing is additions because you additional games. The Fortnite crew thing isn't because Fortnite is free. The only thing they're just giving you is just
The Fortnite,
the
their
what's it, the
subscription
pass.
service. Yeah, their
Yeah,
subscription service.
yeah, which isn't really an add-on unless you really want to just play the game constantly and get the skins. But
Yeah.
you probably are going to be playing a bunch of different other games that you have available for you.
Yeah,
So
you're not exactly getting Game Pass for Fortnite content. You know,
Mhm.
the type of player
Yeah.
that's really into Fortnite probably isn't really into Game Pass, or
Nope.
it's a it's a parent that has Game Pass and like their child plays Fortnite on the console, you know, which is very common.
Yep.
So like, I mean, maybe then there's extra benefit for them, but like the main reason people are getting Game Pass Ultimate is because of the day one releases, you know, and that isn't
Yeah.
changing. All it has is increased $10, you know.
Yep.
And I mean, people showed up when it came to being disappointed because I don't know if you saw this, but like literally the website for on Xbox, the website crashed for the canceling of subscriptions. Like it
It
couldn't
was.
handle the amount of people that went to cancel Game Pass. Crashed hard.
That's how many people just did not give a
Yeah.
crap anymore about this. Nope.
I mean,
I hope all those who cancel, they get to enjoy whatever game they bought over the years.
yeah. I mean, the problem is the catch 22 I have personally is that Xbox Game Pass is still one of the best deals in gaming.
Oh no, yeah,
It still
it is.
is. But the problem is I don't understand Xbox's constant need to shoot themselves in the foot. Like every day it feels like Game Pass is like the only thing that Xbox has going for it right now. Why are you increasing its price right now by 10 full dollars without adding too much to it? Like if they went from 9.99 to, or sorry, 19.99 to like 24.99, like added like $5, a couple dollars extra, you know? Like, or if it's like, hey guys, instead of 19.99, it's going to be 21.99 or something like that, or like a couple dollars extra because we're adding these things to it. And then they can also say, also, games are more expensive. We're putting so many things on this. We got to charge a little bit more, you know? But like, I think a lot of people will be like, you know what? We don't agree. No one generally agrees with price increases. But like, $1 more, $2 more, most people will be like, okay, I get it. You know? Like, if you want the price to be $20.99 eventually, you don't push it right away. You do it a couple dollars every year or something like that, you know, or like every couple of years, you know, you got to do it gradual if you want to avoid people being angry. Like, because of course people are going to be upset on any price increase, but it's such a drastic price increase for very little gain for most people. And then to go along with that, like to be fair, they did add some other things. Like they apparently did uh a lot of good things with the cloud gaming side of stuff, but like who cares about cloud gaming in when you're doing Xbox Game Pass? Which to be fair though, when it comes to the when we start talking about the handhelds, that will come into it, but that's a little bit later. And they also changed their store rewards program thing. You can earn up to $100 a year in their store stuff, which I didn't even know you could do anyway with Game Pass. Like I have, or my dad has Game Pass, and I use it sometimes, and he uses it. Game Pass is great for my dad because my dad's like, he'll play a game for a little bit and then he'll stop. He has gaming spurts. It's really good for him. And then my brother and I can use it for the games like that we want to play sometimes. But like I literally never seen this like the store reward stuff. I don't know what they're even talking about, which is funny. uh, and then Alchem, did you also see that it's okay? It is. I don't want to say official because these are obviously not coming from Microsoft or Sony or anything like that, but it's data. It's analytical data through good sources reported by Bloomberg and a couple other credible news outlets. 82% of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 sales were on PlayStation, and it's estimated that Xbox lost $300 million in sales alone because of them putting Game Pass or Call of Duty on Game Pass. And then it's been, once again, not officially said, but through all these reports, one of the major reasons of Game Pass's price increase is because Call of Duty lost Xbox so much money by putting it on Game Pass. So Game Pass needs to start making money, which I do have to say, Game Pass apparently has been profitable through, I would argue, questionable, um, what's the word? Not math, but like parameters in a lot of ways. Because I've seen a lot of people talk about Game Pass, but they don't. I don't know if they use the proper. They don't count. They a lot of the times where I've seen Game Pass being talked about being profitable or not, they don't count first party titles from Xbox because they don't technically spend money on that. But I'm like, you are spending money on that because you're putting on a Game Pass and most people aren't buying games. So I don't know. It's a little weird.
It's,
They're
it
spending
kind
on
of makes no sense because if people buy the game, if people buy the pass just because of their first party titles, it's still there. They still get a sale. They still get
yeah. I'm
some.
not talking
They
about
got
lost
drawn in for
sales
that.
though.
Oh, okay. What?
The reason I don't know if I necessarily agree with it is because it isn't necessarily lost sales, but for I don't know, it's hard to explain because like the amount of money they're spending for people to get their games on Game Pass for developers is crazy amounts sometimes. Like it is crazy amounts. It's like the deal that if you remember when Alan Wake 2 came out and it was only on Epic Games Store for a long time because Epic just gave them a ton of money to make it exclusive for a year, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
it's similar to that. And I don't know,
Spending
like
on the
it it feels weird to me. But it is definitely guaranteed that they lost millions of dollars putting Call of Duty on Game Pass, and the Game Pass price increase is because Call of Duty is on Game Pass, which sucks for a lot of people because I do have to say a lot of hardcore fans don't care about Call of Duty. Like I said, I have access to Game Pass. I've never once played COD on it because I just don't care
I think
anymore.
honestly, I think the era of COD died already.
It
It's
hasn't
there's so
died.
many other games. It's
Like
well,
it's
okay,
still one
it's
of the most
dwindling.
it's not like there's an
Fine,
argument of how popular it is, but it's
fine. Its
still one of the
popularity era has died. It's now kind of just like pittering
it's
out. But it's still, granted, it was still the juggernaut of its time.
yeah.
It's just that nowadays most people are like moving on to other games.
Yeah, well
Also, I feel like, yeah, go on.
I feel like it's similar to like when people say World of Warcraft is like on the downfall. I'm like, yes, it is on the downfall, but it still has like millions and millions and millions of players. You
Yeah.
know, COD still has a huge fan base. Devs would kill for 2% of COD's fan base, you know? Like, but Call of Duty being the number one all the time, we're going to destroy everything, everyone avoids us when we were about to release. I think that's over. You know, the cultural impact of Call of Duty, I think, is dying. You know, because like
That's
nowadays, that's Fortnite. You know, and Fortnite had its heyday, and I think it's slowly on the downfall right now when it comes to its cultural impact. But like, Fortnite still has a say in it. You know, there's still a ton of stuff that I've heard people talk about. Like, let me put it this way, Alchem. I haven't gone on a bus in a long time, but if I were to get on a bus right now and hearing people talk about stuff, and if there were anyone from the age of like 25 and under, they'd be talking about memes that I have zero idea about because like it's Fortnite stuff sometimes, you know, or the couple times I've been around my younger cousins, I am so confused. Like I'm confused and they're confused because I'm talking about stuff that is on the internet, but they're talking about stuff on the internet, but it's two different sides of the internet, you know? Like two very different sides.
they'll just
So
become old He's out. He's no longer hip with the times.
I was never hip with the times. I'll be honest, Alchem. Like
Man.
even when I was a kid, I wasn't hip with the times. I was always I was always like this. I just
Oh,
embrace it
bro.
more.
Like Uncle Jelly, what are you talking about?
But
No
like,
one plays. No one plays. Oh, I was gonna take a jab. No, that's like no one's heard of StarCraft. Like that sounds like too much of a jab right there.
I mean, to be fair, not a lot of people have heard of StarCraft. It's a very hard.
Yeah, I was like, it's a
It's a
niche game.
dedicated community, and a lot of people have fond memories of StarCraft. But every time I
Yeah,
talk about StarCraft, it's like, oh, that game's still going around. Like, I just cry a little and say, yes, yes, it's still going. I watch it almost every day still. All the
well,
esports of
it's still
StarCraft is still
around.
great.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's still around.
Every time he hears someone go, "Oh, I didn't know that was still around," he dies a little on
I
the
die a
inside.
little on the inside. I do, I do.
Mm.
But I was gonna pose a question to you, Alchem.
Oh,
Did
go
you
ahead.
okay? So when we heard that call, when we were talking about like weeks and weeks, months and months ago about the acquisition that Microsoft was buying Activision, they bought Call of Duty, right?
Yeah,
Which is a big deal. The reason you're buying Activision is because of Call of Duty and um, King. Like we could talk about Blizzard and all that stuff, but let's be honest, Blizzard's heyday is well on the downfall. The reason you're buying Activision Blizzard King is because of Activision and Call of Duty and King Digital because they own the mobile market. Like Candy Crush still dominates.
to this day, which is ridiculous.
Like don't get me wrong, there are definitely a lot of competition on in like
The
that
mobile
the
market,
mobile
but
market like with Hoyoverse and all that type of stuff, but like Candy Crush is still crushing.
yep, there's a lot of
But like,
single
Alcom, you're
women
the
playing that game.
CEO, or you're one of those people that you're observing it, and then you look at the numbers, and you just bought Call of Duty, and 82% of the sales for Call of Duty was on PlayStation.
I would just, like, I'd look at the chart and just suddenly say an expletive.
Yeah, it's like, what was the point of spending that $69 billion when you can't like you own Call of
I
Duty,
played.
and the majority of the profits are now going to PlayStation?
They got played on that sale.
They did. I feel like I don't understand. Like I can't believe, like, I'm so confused, man. I just don't get it. It's so confusing because it's feels
It was the bigger thing is, do you think most of the sales, do you think one of the driving forces behind the reason why people preferred it on the PlayStation compared to the Xbox, even though you have literally the Game Pass that lets you play various games, including Call of Duty, is because people just would you be willing to, because the game includes in-game purchases, which like
yeah,
most of the sales go to the publisher, to the game,
yeah,
but there's a small fraction that will go to the company, to
yes.
PlayStation or Xbox, whichever one that people are on. You think people are hesitant to buy stuff on COD if they know that the second they end their subscription, they have no access to that anymore?
Oh, 100%.
Like
100%.
I feel like I'd be so hesitant because the second say I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to like, uh,
Hmm.
times are a little tough. I'm gonna have to cut down on some stuff, cut
Yeah,
down on the
cut down
subscription. Oh, that
subscriptions.
means, all my stuff on COD is gone because
Yeah.
I never had the game to begin with.
Like
Well, shit.
not to out myself or anything like that, but I've spent hundreds of dollars on my League of Legends account. If that was attached to a subscription service, I would have never spent that money.
I would, yeah. I feel
I
like I
would have
wouldn't do
never
that
spent
either,
that money. Like,
and I feel like that might be something that's driving it. 'Cause the
yeah,
mentality of
because
gamers.
well, yeah. It's also why I think subscription services for gaming is a failed experiment. And
I
the
feel like
only
it's a failed
reason,
experiment for anything.
well, I think it was a
Well,
successful
games and
experiment
movies.
for other things, but corporatization and the companies destroyed it themselves. Like it was actually working, and then they killed
Yeah.
themselves. Like they it was their own fault. They just remade cable basically and made it worse in a lot of ways. But for gaming specifically, the fact that Microsoft, like, it it's so weird to me that Microsoft, like, Game Pass is still one of the best gaming deals ever, but like I don't even know if I want to recommend someone using it. Ironically, the best gaming deal is not Xbox Game Pass, Alchem. It's actually PC Game Pass. Because PC Game Pass is great. Which also was increased in price, by the way. It was $11.99 and now it's $16.99 US. So, because PC Game Pass is really good. Because then you don't have to worry about using Xbox consoles for it. You still have to use the Xbox app, though, which is kind of stupid and bad, but, it's not as bad. So, yeah. And then to go along with all that, because, Alchem, we've been talking about the handheld market. We've talked about the Switch 2. We've talked about the Steam Deck before. And then Microsoft, there was leaks about it, and then there was, um, kind of them confirming, and then there was the weird third party site that said they had hands on it. It was also like one of the similar ones when the Switch 2 happened. But now we finally know the Rogue Xbox Ally is a thing. Now, Alchem, I want to ask, do you know the price of these things?
Did we talk about it before? Wasn't it like close to 1K or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most expensive one is
Yeah.
1K. Because the reason I want to talk about this again because this was supposed to be a Game Pass machine.
What, like a Steam Deck, but for
Well,
the
yeah.
Game Pass?
Well, yeah. That's like what else is this thing for?
Why would anyone want that?
Well, now, well, honestly,
Why?
Alchem. Okay. Forget about the prices right now. Forget about the prices.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about I'm thinking of the practicality here.
Yeah, but why would you want a Steam Deck?
Why would you want? Well, because because the games you have there you own. You own those games. You bought those games.
Well, you have a license to them. You don't own anything on Steam.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't know. Okay, we're gonna go into the details of everything. You don't own anything at this point in time.
That's true.
But
That's true.
you
You own it
technically
more on
own the
Steam
game.
than on Game
Yeah,
Pass. That's true. But like,
yeah.
you have to remember though, Alco. Like, most people don't really care about that. They don't mind because most companies aren't going to take it away from you. Now, before you say it, I know they have. I know some companies have, literally. But like for the most part, companies aren't going to do that. You know? And like these handheld machines have started to become like its own market, right? Like I mean the Steam Deck has sold multiple millions.
Here's the thing though, with the Steam Deck, you technically, okay, for lack of a better term, own the games at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
until your account dies or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
whatever.
No, we can say we
But
own it. You can say
for
you own it. It's fine.
but for for the
Game Pass?
for the Game Pass console or whatever you want to call it, whenever your subscription ends, you have no access to those games at all.
Yes.
So
But
so
like okay, let me rephrase it cuz it is supposed to be Game Pass machine, but it's also an Xbox. So look, it has the
okay,
Xbox app, it has the Windows OS. Like you
okay.
have on your if like okay, let's say
If you bought a game, can you
you still
play it
have
on there?
you still have an Xbox account, right? Like if you bought this
Yes.
thing and you had an Xbox account and you've bought games on that Xbox account, you can play it on the Xbox Ally X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
there you go.
it's
Then
similar
that's
to
fine.
that. It's similar to that. But like it was for but it was also be like on top of that you can also have Game Pass wherever you want, you know? And like you can have your Xbox games, you can have your mobile console. But then like and like I said, without looking at the prices, I was like that's a good idea cuz like in Microsoft because you also have to remember Microsoft is losing badly in the whole console market and just in the video game market Microsoft is getting wrecked. They are third place by far. So they have to make it up somehow. Are they going to make it up with the consoles? Probably not. The Xbox Series is I think, one of the worst Xbox lines in a long time. And I hate it. I
But
basically hated every Xbox since the 360.
are they perhaps going to make it up by making better quality games?
Well, they started and then they canceled everything.
Yeah, yeah.
They were doing well for like the first 4 months of this year. They were doing pretty well. Like every month,
First quarter looked very promising, and then
yeah, and then they canceled like 5 games and nothing
they
came
just
out.
Uno reversed their efforts.
Yeah.
Honestly, crickets in that department. So, so
and
what's the next step that they could try to do?
And then, so like the next step I thought was gonna be, okay, they're gonna not fight Nintendo because they've already lost. Let like the Switch 2 and the Switch 1 have already won, but like they're gonna go into this market because they can definitely fight all the third party companies and Steam Deck. Because it's true, Steam Deck is very successful, but it's only sold a couple million. And in hardware sales, in the big terms, that's not a lot. Like we think about Valve as being like this huge dominant thing in PC gaming. And while that's true, PC gaming is still quite smaller than the consoles and mobile markets, right? Like it's the biggest it's ever been, but it's still pretty small comparatively. So like they could definitely fight other companies in this. But now I'm like, okay, and I understood that, like when I say it out loud, like I feel like that's a decent strategy. Okay, you're going to try to make back some of the market in this while you're working on your other stuff. And then these things come out and they're literally the most expensive things out there. And then you also raise the price of Game Pass because the thing with the Xbox Ally X Alchem is that it comes with 3 months of Game Pass when you buy it. Like one of the promotions, you buy it and it comes with 3 months of Game Pass. It's like no one's going to renew their subscription because it costs $30. But then again, the people who are buying this are hardcore Xbox fans, so maybe they're just trying to double dip on people, or maybe they're really hardcore. Like I think the company is Asus, and Asus, like I think the funniest thing, Alchem, is the non Xbox branded Asus mobile consoles are cheaper than the Xbox Ally. It's so funny. Like the most expensive one that I saw was like 800 US or something like that, which is cheaper. um, I'm so confused, Alchem. I don't get it. Alchem, try to explain it to me. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Yeah, no, like actually, I'm just here.
Because like
I'm at a loss for words here.
yeah, because like when I explained it in that way, you can kind of see the angle I thought they were going for. Like
Yeah,
but like
but then
but then they just fumbled the bag on every single attribute to it. It's so weird because I don't see how Xbox is going to be profitable in this because this thing is also like really expensive to make. Like the tech behind it is really crazy. And don't get me wrong, it looks cool. But like for instance, for me, Alchem, like it's $1,000. It's $999 US. It's 1,300 for me Canadian. Like I am not buying this thing. Like who's buying this thing? It's 1,300 for me. The cheap one is 800 for me. Like it's insane. It's actually insane. I don't get it. And then they increase the Game Pass over it, and then I'm so confused, Malcolm. I just don't understand their strategy. I just don't get it. um, to something that I also don't understand. Did we? I can't remember, Malcolm. Did we talk about the EA stuff last week?
you're talking about
The
the
acquisition.
sale that happened.
The
Yeah, yeah,
acquisition. Yeah. Did we talk about that last week?
yeah,
I don't think. Did we?
yeah. We did.
We
We
did.
did.
Okay.
We covered it. And I mean, other than right now, we're kind of just wondering what exactly that means or where they're going with it.
Did
We don't
we?
really know much else.
Yeah. Did we? Did we know about the debt that EA has?
No, that's a new one.
Okay, so it must have happened after when we found out the more details on it. So For anyone who doesn't know, EA has been bought for $55 billion by PIF, Silver Lake, and some other investment conglomerate. And so the majority of that money is being spent now by that conglomerate. $20 billion of it, though, is, oh god, this is where we're gonna start getting some weird, oh god, what's the like
Uh,
financial
so
terms?
I'll be
Uh,
right back, though. I step away for a second.
okay, so they are going to wait. I need to find it again. I should have found it before, but I got super annoyed at what's it called? The oh god, I can't remember it. The Xbox. So I lost my point. Oh, here it is. So it's 36 million is investment by the other firms, or I don't know if I should be calling them firms, by the conglomerates basically. 20 billion of it is 20 billion of debt financial fully of sole limit committed by JP Morgan Chase Bank. 18 billion of it is expected to be funded at close, which that and in regular terms is that $20 billion of this $55 billion sale is being funded by the bank with a asterisk of you have to pay us back, basically. So $20 billion is expected to be paid back to the bank by EA. 18 billion of the closing of the sale. The closing of the sale is 2027, which means in 2 years EA needs to make $18 billion worth of money to pay back the bank, which is, not to exaggerate, a lot of money. And that is crazy that it's that much money. It is so much money that I just like I don't see them making that much money in 2 years. Like, don't get me wrong. In the heyday of FIFA and all that, like there was a lot of money being made in microtransactions in the card packs and stuff like that. But $18 billion worth of it, even in the prime, I don't think they were making that much money. Maybe they were, and I'm just not realizing, but that's a crazy amount of money that you need to make in 2 years. $18 billion is a lot. And I just don't see how they're going to make that much money. And oh god, it's going to be really bad. I feel like Battlefield 6 is going to be the last good EA game. If Battlefield 6 doesn't get like absolutely destroyed by this. You back, Alchem?
Yep, I'm back.
All right, so to catch you slightly up, in the $55 billion deal, 36 billion is being paid by the investment firm or the investment conglomerate right now. 20 billion of it is being paid by something called a debt financially fully of solely committed by JP Morgan Chase Bank. 18 billion of that 20 billion dollars is expected to be funded at the closing of the sale. So, from what has been explained to me and from what I understand is 20 JP Morgan Chase Bank is saying, "Hey EA, we're putting $20 billion down for this deal, but we expect that money back." So EA has to pay the bank back. 18 billion of that is expected to be funded at the closing of this deal. So, and the deal closes in Q1 FY27, which is Q1 financial year 2027. So EA has to pay the bank $18 billion in 2 years basically, which is a crazy amount of money. Like, even in FIFA's heyday, when they were doing the crazy card packs in like early FIFA days and like I think it was like 20 teens when they were making crazy amounts of microtransactions on those card packs. I don't think that equals $18 billion, and they're not in their heyday anymore. You know? So I think things are getting squashed. I think things are getting slashed at EA soon. Like, I think BioWare is doomed. I honestly think this might be the last year of BioWare. Like this year, BioWare is getting. I think they're getting slashed. Like there's going to be a mass firing at EA because they need $18 billion in 2 years. And this isn't like 18 like, oh, we need $18 billion, but if we don't make it, it's okay. No, you owe the bank $18 billion. Like they aren't not getting this money. So it's going to be bad, I think. And it's going to be I think it's going to suck for a lot of people because I think EA's going down. PopCap might go down. I don't think. I don't think. Oh god, what's the company that makes Apex Legends and the Star Wars games?
Uh,
Which one of
like a
them?
blank here.
And they also made Titanfall.
Not Gearbox.
No, it's not Gearbox. I can't remember them, but I think they're safe for
Yeah,
now. I think they're safe. I think
now.
oh god, the I think Dice is okay. Dice is probably safe. I don't think they'll ever shut down Dice unless some things are getting very dire. Like
No,
if
that's their
if
catch.
if
Yeah,
Dice gets shut down, EA's going down.
he is going down if Dice is gone.
So I feel like I feel like BioWare, maybe PopCap, and a couple other places that we probably don't know about that we didn't know that EA really owned. I think they're going down. They're getting slashed because, like, first of all, PopCap hasn't really made a game in like 10 years. They are releasing that remaster of Plants vs Zombie, which looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but that I don't know if that's making them enough money. We'll see though, and I expect a lot of people getting fired soon. It's going to be interesting to
Most
see,
definitely. Most
and
definitely. It's gonna hopefully not before the end of the year. It's probably gonna be something starting
no,
next
it's
year.
it's next year probably
Yeah.
for tax reasons, most
For
likely.
tax.
No, I'm being serious for tax
Yeah,
reasons.
they could.
I'm being
Uh,
100% serious. It was a joke. Don't get me wrong, but I am also being like it's a joke as in it's funny because it's serious.
yeah, it's a joke, but it could be very real.
Yeah, and like also to say in their press release, they didn't talk
Sad
about
time.
any other game other than the sports games. So like that's a bad sign.
Oh no, I called it. I called it. They're going to focus hard on the sports gaming
Oh
side.
yeah. Well, that's the
They're
only
going to
like that's
push
their
that more.
major profitable. That's the only thing that's been profitable for EA for
Yep.
like the past, I would argue,
Yep.
6-7 years maybe. Because
Mhm.
like other okay, wait, that's not true. 2019 Apex Legends came out, so Apex Legends was a big hit for them. But like since Apex Legends, what has been a big game for them other than sports games? I can't think of one. Was Battlefield 1? When was Battlefield 1? Battlefield
Battlefield 1 was years ago.
1. Battlefield
6 or 7
1
years?
was 2016. Okay. Yeah. Battlefield 1 was 2016. So that was
Oh,
before
okay,
Apex.
9 years.
Yeah, that was 9 years. Almost 10 years.
Good
So,
lord.
because it was Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5 didn't do that well.
Mhm.
Uh, and after Battlefield 5, it was 2042, which also didn't do very well. So, yeah, basically, Apex Legends was their last really big hit in terms of like AAA games. Because I mean, like we're saying, like Battlefield 2042 failed. It still had like hundreds of thousands of players at one point, but like it didn't have sustainability. It definitely didn't make them a lot of money.
Yeah.
And like Battlefield 1 did well, but that was 2016. That was a long time ago. And to be fair, Battlefield in itself was never that big of a moneymaker. Like we think Battlefield is a lot bigger than it is, but it's never been that big in the AAA scene at least. It's always been a more niche game. So it's going to be weird, I feel like, for EA coming up. And I feel bad for anyone that enjoyed BioWare. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry because I don't see them surviving next year. Like unless this Mass Effect game, unless this Mass Effect game, if they're able to convince them to let them release it, and it just destroys the numbers and it just like blows everyone away, I don't see them surviving. Because like BioWare has been kind of, they haven't made a good game since Mass Effect 3 basically. Because it was Anthem and then Vanguard and now the Mass Effect one. So I don't see them surviving. Like I said, unless this Mass Effect game does well. Oh, I guess they also released that other Mass Effect game. What was that one?
Don't remember it was that bad that it
It was
didn't
the
stick to
one.
my
It was
memory.
it was the one that everyone memed on the face animations.
Yeah, the one made by a third party that wasn't actually the main team.
Yeah, it wasn't the main
Yes.
team. I can't remember. Apparently, that
Uh,
game was actually okay after a couple patches because they fixed the problems, but it was
yeah, they did
too
fix it.
late. It was too late.
Too little, too late. Everyone was making fun of it,
I can't
joking
remember
on
what
it,
it
and at
was.
this point, no one cared anymore.
Yeah, and Anthem was a disaster.
I I forgot about Anthem. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah, that was
Like I
them.
got it. I ended up getting it. I played it for a bit, and then we were like, "All right, I guess, yeah, we're done." Or was that? Maybe I tried the demo. I think I tried the
You probably
demo. I
tried.
was
You know
like,
what the
"This is
funny thing is?
interesting."
You know what the really
Yeah.
funny thing is? Is it was so long ago that um, one of my original VR chat models was made by one of the people from Shenanigang. That
Uh-huh.
I in payment for them working on my model, I bought them
You
Anthem.
gave them
I
Anthem.
bought them because that they wanted Anthem. I was like, okay, I'll buy that for you
You
if you can
gave
do that.
them nothing. I can't
Look,
believe you
look. It's not my fault that that game failed.
you literally handed them a nothing
They
burger. I
asked for
can't
it. I
believe.
said, I'll buy you a game. Name any game, and that's the game they named.
Mm, cool.
Yeah, it's very funny. That's why I always remember Anthem. I never played it, but that's why I always remember because I'm like, that's funny. Uh, and actually, The Sims still is still doing well. The Sims 4 apparently is still doing very well.
You think that? Yeah, I don't think they're gonna lose the Sims. That would be
No,
a
they won't. They
really
won't.
foolish idea.
They wouldn't lose The Sims. But like, that's one
No,
of
they
the
wouldn't do it.
companies that will survive. Like, so it's
That'd be such a
Dice and
dumb
this.
idea to lose the Sims.
Yeah, yeah. Dice and The Sims are pretty safe. The sports games are pretty safe. Everything else, uh, Apex Legends probably safe. But like, I wonder how the Star Wars games, like the Jedi Knight games, have been doing. Because like they've been reviewing well and people have liked them, but have they been selling well? I don't know. I have no idea. I thought they were doing all right, but like the problem is that doing all right and needing $18 billion in 2 years is very different. You know. I don't think you can just do all right when you need to make $18 billion.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, there's unless, like you said, if they just break records
Okay,
with the next Mass Effect, which I doubt.
I just found it out. Okay, in 2025, EA's in the fiscal year of 2025, EA had a net revenue of approximately $7.5 billion. So even if they literally have to beat,
There's
they have to do
no,
better than this year and some to
yeah,
make this $18 billion.
there's no way.
So like
And like I
they
said,
have to fire people because if you're not paying people, you're gaining money. And in the business world, when you fire people, that's net profit because you don't have to pay them anymore.
no,
Like it sounds really cruel to say, and it is. Don't get me wrong, but like that's what they're gonna have to start doing. Like that's what the gaming industry has been doing for the past like 5 years at this point. But that's what we're gonna have to do. Like even like look, I wish I had a net revenue of $7.5 billion, but EA needs more. They need way more.
What?
I can't believe it. No, I can't believe it. And this would happen to EA because like they're gonna go so like the next couple of games that they make are gonna be so bad because they're gonna be riddled with microtransactions. They're gonna want your money so badly. I think Battlefield 6 might be the last good game from EA from a very long time.
What do you
What do
mean? They still have FIFA and the NBA
they no they don't. They
2K.
don't have FIFA
They don't
anymore.
have. Oh, they
It's
have
EA
NBA
it's
2K.
EA Sports FC
Don't they?
now.
Wait, they don't have football anymore, right? I think they lost football too.
No, Madden is still them.
Oh, they still have Madden.
They
Okay.
still have Madden.
All right. So they just lost FIFA. Okay.
Yeah, they lost the licensing deal to FIFA.
No. Well, yeah, I'm sure EA will do well, especially with its new overlords.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of overlords, Alchem,
Oh no,
uh,
not overlord.
something has relatively recently happened. The new Ubisoft studio has opened up. Vantage Studio has opened up, and this is the new company. This is the new Tencent backed company that Ubisoft has
Oh,
created to uh, take over the game licenses of Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. So Vantage Studios is now the new development studio at Ubisoft, and this is the studio that Tencent has basically backed, and they're calling it a creative house. Um,
eh.
it is going to be based in
Based on what?
Montreal, apparently.
Oh,
It's going to be in the Ubisoft studios of Montreal, Quebec City, Sherbrooke, Sanguine, Barcelona, and Sofia. So it's going to be I guess it's going to be multiple studios then, because those are definitely different cities.
branching areas, I guess.
Yeah, a branching thing.
Okay.
Because this is one of three companies that Ubisoft is splitting into. Because the other two, one is also handling the Lord of the Rings stuff, and the other one is something else. So this is the gaming side, I think, of the new Ubisoft stuff. And Ubisoft and Tencent owns it. And to be clear, Ubisoft still does own it. Tencent is a backer. They are not like the majority shareholder or anything like that. So there is no like Tencent owns it now. They're just a backer. But Ubisoft, at least the Gilmond family that owns Ubisoft, wasn't willing to lose control, which I can kind of understand, though I kind of like it's like a this is like two evils, Alchem. Like they haven't been doing very well. Like the Ubisoft hasn't done well in like I would argue 15 years, but I also don't want Tencent to own it. I feel like that would be arguably maybe worse. I don't know.
Well,
Who do you think?
what are they going to do? Release a good game now under
Maybe.
10 cents?
Like,
I
do
really
you think
doubt.
the game quality would go up if Tencent owns it?
No, I don't think of the game quality. I don't think they have. I don't think they have a creative bone in their body anymore. I think they've kind of just given up the ghost over there. I really doubt they have any creativity left to make a game, at least in terms of the those who are still part of the dev team. I
Yeah.
really doubt for Ubisoft. They don't even do anything with their IPs. So they're not gonna if they aren't bothering to do anything with their IPs, I doubt they're even gonna try to make something new.
Yeah. So also, Tencent holds a 25% stake in this new company? Question mark studio subs whatever this is.
Subsidiary?
Subsidiary. Whatever this is, Tencent owns 25% of it, roughly.
Huh.
But the CEO, the co-CEO, is literally the son of the CEO of Ubisoft. So,
Huh.
like, the Gilliman family is still in charge. Though, from what I can tell, this is mostly just a branding change, which is interesting because I wonder if this means if the Ubisoft logo won't show up in Assassin's Creed games or Far Cry games anymore, and instead it'll be Vantage Studios,
Hmm.
which could be a play because, like, arguably the Ubisoft
Oh,
logo is not a good thing anymore. Like, a lot of people, when they see a
no, it's
Ubisoft game,
tainted.
they would decide not to buy it. I'm one of those
Yeah,
people.
because their
So
level of quality, or at least whatever standard of quality used to exist when it came to gaming, is gone.
it's gone, and you have to use stupid
Their
Ubisoft
stupid sign on, yeah, their
Ubisoft
whatever their.
Connect. It used to be called Uplay. I think it's called Ubisoft Connect now.
Why Uplay actually sounded better, but
I mean,
yeah,
Uplay was a definitely a better name, but
but it's still a shitty
but
service.
both
That's
of them
all.
are still bad.
Yeah.
I still haven't forgiven them from closing the. Oh God, well, you and I played that game together. X
Uno.
Defiant? No, X Defiant. We
Oh
played
yeah,
that.
it's
Like, that was a
fine.
fun game. It did
Never
not
jumped.
get its fair chance. They closed that down way too early. Like, I think a lot of companies are like way too scared. They see a small dip in numbers, which is hilarious to say because Ubisoft stuck with Rainbow Six for so long. They stuck with Siege for so long, and then it's had like two renaissances. It's had like two renaissance periods and like three comebacks at this point. uh, so I don't know. Alchem, are you even excited or interested at all for the next Assassin's Creed Far Cry game?
I no, not at all.
Like, are you like when? Okay,
I
here's a question for you.
stop.
When was the last Assassin's Creed or Far Cry game that you enjoyed, or actually okay,
That's
or enjoyed slash excited for?
Assassin's Creed 3. And that was it.
Really, Assassin's Creed 3, not
Yeah.
4.
No.
You didn't like 4?
No, I kind of just gave up by at that point. I just
Really,
stopped. Yep.
4 is my favorite.
I never jumped into 4.
4
That's
is
the
the
sad
pirate
part.
one. 4 is the pirate
But
one.
I know I
I
missed
would
out on the
say I
pirate.
would say Alchem, getting
I,
if you could buy Assassin's Creed 4, it's worth it.
I missed out on the pirate part.
Black Flag I think it's actually the best Assassin's Creed game in my opinion. Cuz I played the first one, I played Brotherhood, I played
Oh,
4, and then I think it was
oh,
Syndicate or something like that, which was the one in London. And while they weren't all like, I mean, there were Assassin's Creed games. Like, let's be by Syndicate, it was like the reused. They had the reused formula problem, but like
oh.
Assassin's Creed 4 is by far my favorite. I mean, like the ship combat was so good they tried to make a whole game about that, and you and I know how that turned out. It was a good idea when they first thought about it, but Skull and Bones was not a good idea when they it was not a good execution. But like the ship combat in Assassin's Creed 4 was really good. It sucks that Skull and Bones is what happened because of that, but like it was good. What about Far Cry? What was the last Far Cry game that you really enjoyed?
Probably 3 or 4. I think it was 4.
Was it 4? Is that the one where if you wait 15 minutes at the beginning of the game ends?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. No, that's fine.
That's a fun one.
I forget that. Yeah, that
That's a
was a
fun
fun
one.
one. That was a definitely fun one.
I enjoyed watching people play Far Cry 5, the religious one. I thought that was funny, but I was not interested in playing it. Zero interest in playing it. I mean, Far Cry I think is actually has a worse problem than Assassin's Creed when it comes to um the repeat problem, the same game problem. Like they really haven't changed since Far Cry 3. Like at least Assassin's Creed had that whole RPG change in Odyssey. Oh, you know what? I just said in my the last no, I played Odyssey. I played the RPG versions of Assassin's Creed, and I thought they're all right. I liked the change of direction, but I didn't play another one after that. And I understand that like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and stuff like that were just like bloated RPGs. But like Far Cry hasn't even had the what's it called? The revamp that Assassin's Creed did that they eventually started repeating too much again. Like Far Cry hasn't even had that. Like Far Cry hasn't changed since Far Cry 3. Now to be fair, there's less Far Cry games because they only go up to 6 if I remember correctly. We're waiting on 7, I think. I think they're working on Far Cry 7.
I think so. Yeah.
But like yeah, I don't know, man.
Hmm.
I kind of want another like I don't know if hardcore is the right name, but like another like Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six, or like a, I guess they do Ghost Recon and stuff like that, don't they? Actually, you know what I just realized? They don't talk about Ghost Recon here because it's specifically Assassin's. They're taking responsibility for Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Because like Ubisoft does Ghost Recon, don't they? Ghost Recon is actually one of the games I really enjoyed. I played this one Ghost Recon game on 360 that I always remember because I didn't own the game. I had the demo of the game. And so I only played one map against bots, and I know that map so well. I can't remember the game of the name though. I think it was like Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1 or 2.
Uh, yeah, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. Advanced
Warfare?
Warfare? No, yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was
It
Warfare.
was on 360. It was a third person game on 360. I played that demo so many times. I played that one map, so I knew that map like the back of my hand. It's just like the Sonic I played the demo of Sonic not Generations.
Sonic 06. Oh
I
no.
I've 100%ed a Sonic 06 actually.
Oh my god.
My brother and I had a very weird obsession with Sonic 06 for a very long time, and we played every single of those levels
You
over and over
fool.
and over again.
You fool. How
No,
could
it was the
you?
one where you became the Warhog. I can't remember which one that
Yeah,
Sonic Unleashed.
that's
That's Sonic
Sonic
Unleashed.
Unleashed.
I
No.
loved Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed is
Ah,
one of my favorite Sonic games, Alchem. You can't take this away from me. It's one of my favorites. I love the
can't
Werehog.
believe.
It was so much fun smacking the enemies around. I'd go fast and then smack. It was great. It was a great time. I never understood the hate for the Werehog. I enjoyed it a lot. Everyone's like, you just mash the button. Like, yeah, that's what Sonic Combat is. All Sonic Combat is you just mash the button.
I can't believe him. He actually
It's great.
did it. He fucking did it.
And the Rule 34 that came out of that game, too, was really funny.
No.
Come on, I had to say it. It was funny.
No.
But, Alchem, the fan fiction.
Yes. No.
Yes, Alchem, the fan fiction.
No. Looks up Rule 34 Sonic. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's interesting.
Right.
So they're only looking at they're only looking at Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry. So I guess it's not everything. Interesting. I just realized that. I guess they also technically own Rayman and stuff like that as well. So, but I mean, nothing's being done with Rayman. Let's be real.
Yes. No, Raymond. They're not.
No, they
I wish they did something with Rayman.
They took Rayman out to the farm.
No, and then they replaced him with the freaking rabbits, and then now they're not even touching.
I mean, they
it.
don't even tuck the rabbits
Except-
anymore either.
No, then they destroyed his reputation with Captain Laserhawk, and wow.
I mean,
Why
the
would they
show
do
was
that,
good.
though? Yeah,
I actually watched one episode of the show since you talked about it. It was pretty good.
It was good. I liked it, and then they just made.
And then they made an NFT game that had literally nothing to do with it.
It has nothing to do with the show. Nothing to do with any of the characters.
Except
Nothing.
Rayman is in it as an announcer. In
Yep.
text only, because there's no voice lines.
Uh, so dumb. So
Um,
dumb.
there was something else I was gonna say. Though the Rabbids Mario games were good. Those were good. Those were fun. Did you play them? You played
Yeah,
the first one, didn't
I
you?
played the first one. I played the first one. The
Yeah.
first one was really fun.
Yeah. The second one apparently wasn't like, it was one of those. It wasn't good as the first one, but it was still good, if I remember correctly.
Huh.
But
Which I never got the opportunity.
yeah,
I don't think I will.
yeah.
But yeah.
So Alchem, I have two more stories to go, and
Oh no.
but this is the last gaming one. So Alchem, as we were talking about, FIFA, or sorry, EA doesn't own FIFA anymore. They do. They call it FC, EA Sports FC now. FIFA has officially started their campaign for the next FIFA game. So, FIFA Heroes has been announced. Now, Alchem, you are the CEO of this gaming company. You're making a soccer slash football game, depending where you're from. You're making this game. What game do you make?
They're definitely not gonna. They're not gonna turn it into a soccer simulator, are they? They're not gonna do a heavily. They're not doing a traditional thing, are they? They're doing something far worse, aren't they?
Alchem, let me just send you this
It's bloated
trailer.
with cards and bloated with dumb in-game purchase stuff.
Let me just send you this trailer, Alchem. Let me just send you this trailer, and I want to see your live reaction to this trailer. It's only a minute long, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
And
It's,
for the visual people here, I'll even play it on my side as well. I think I have this. Do I
Let
have
me take a
this?
look
Yeah,
at
I got
this
this.
horrible
Let,
abomination.
let me know when you're ready, and we'll hit play at the same time, Malcolm.
Give me a sec. Give me a second.
Because I think, like, I'll be honest, Malcolm, I didn't read the
Yeah.
title of this when I first saw this video, and because I found this on Twitter originally, and I didn't know what I was watching until I read the title. I was so confused when I was watching this.
Let us find out together.
Are you ready?
Uh, no, but
All
sure.
right, three,
All
two,
right, on three,
yeah, okay,
two,
one,
one.
play. So, the trailer is, it's pretty regular. It's like, oh, they're talking about soccer and stuff, It's pretty normal, pretty normal. They're doing all the soccer moves. It's great. It's good stuff. Honestly, these actors, decent at soccer. And then the
Oh,
animals show up.
yeah. What was that about? Oh no.
Now,
Oh
Alchem,
no.
I want you to think about you own your
No.
FIFA.
No.
But you are not using any of the players. You instead create your own animal mascots for some reason. And
This is so
this is what you're doing.
stupid. Who the fuck is this for? It's a mobile game.
It is a mobile game. And Alchem, dare I say it, this is 100% an NFT game. They haven't said anything about it, but this screams
No,
NFTs
this
to me.
screams.
This
This
screams
screams.
NFTs. This is NFTs. They're 100% going to reveal that these are going to be NFTs.
Look at that little
Or if
shop
they
icon right
don't,
there.
this 100% started as an NFT project and they're trying to save it. And like, I don't even know what the gameplay is. Like, it looks like it's going to be a mobile game where you, like, maybe it's like 3-on-3 soccer or something like that. But like, FIFA is making a not a soccer game, basically. Like, I don't, like, sure, they had soccer stuff, but like, it doesn't look like it's going to be a soccer game. It looks like it's going to be like Mario Strikers, but worse in every single way.
This looks. Oh my god.
While you reel from this, I have to go be right back. I'm sorry.
They have a moose to represent Canada. They have a jaguar to represent Brazil. They have an eagle to represent the U.S. They're going so oh my lord. You can already tell this is going to be a giant cash grab game because you see the shop icon at the top corner. See collections. What are you going to collect? Trophies? Obviously characters or something. And at the very bottom left, season. So yeah, you have to sign in for a season, otherwise you're going to miss out the season. Oh my god, this is typical Ubisoft cash grab. And what I bet they're going to do is they're going to start introducing actual football players into this later on. Like these guys are supposed to be your mascots or something, because we don't even have gameplay. There is no gameplay. They just show these guys as if like they're the mascots or something, and that's it. Just no. Help, help me, chat. Help me, stream. I'm dying. Let Jelly take over for me when he comes back. There. Okay, let me go back and was there any other further details in this, or no? It's just not gameplay. It's just showcasing it's about soccer, and that's it. You'll have team of five, and I'm guessing you can play with multiple people online. I'm assuming because of the way they're showing this. So, showcasing the characters. Who gives a crap about their names? Actually, I kind of like tuned out here, so I don't even know what this guy's name is. What was it? I need to see. Yeah, that rolls off the tongue. Who the fuck is? Wait, what? What do you mean you're saying? What do you mean you're sending a photo of yourself or your friends? Are you actually playing soccer? Are you not playing soccer? What? Help me understand. I'm assuming you can send pictures to each other once you beat each other in the game, which I don't think that's a good idea, considering that most people are competitive as fuck, especially in sports games. That is a really bad idea. Like that is where you're going to send like people sending middle fingers and all these other stuff, or worse. Oh no, I won the game, but this guy sent me his butthole. Oh no, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And yeah, that's it. Just FIFA Heroes, officially licensed products. And this is the only gameplay video, or this is the only gameplay image we actually have, and it's of just the menu screen, I guess. All right, I am so disappointed with everything right now. But then again, at least it's not like what we've seen with Ubisoft and FIFA in the past, where it's like an entire gotcha system to get new players and stats and everything. Oh god, that would be horrible. And what the heck? This is why I don't look. This is why we have the thing that says we don't look at chat when we're. Wait, where'd it go? It's gone. Oh no, it's not there. I gotta go find it and put it back up there. But yeah, this looks absolutely dreadful. Let's see here. But yeah. This is why well, one, I just never was a sports game player anyway, because every single year the sports games kept getting worse and worse. And by that, I mean it was just becoming cookie cutter stuff. Every single year, it was just same stuff, same. I mean, obviously, what are you going to do? Change the players? I mean, there's only like a handful of new players every season, especially in soccer. And then after that, all you're doing is just using the same fields, using the same people, using the same. Hell, most of the games just use the same backgrounds from what I've seen in the past. So there's never any innovation, never any big changes in terms of graphics. So the gameplay stayed the same because the player base didn't care. They just wanted to play the newer version for some reason. But you know, now it's on your phone. You can play it, and you can be a little moose or a jaguar. Is it a jaguar? I can't tell. I can't tell my animals anyway. Or you could be an eagle. I'm pretty sure Jelly's going to play this. Jelly would definitely play. This is definitely. I mean, he has representation in this. Look, he has the moose. It's named his name is Maple. So definitely Canadian representation for Jelly. All right, give me a second. I got to do something. I got to give more representation to this game while he's done. Look, he's part of the crew. Oh my god, Jelly's in the game. Yo, even more reason to go get it. See, let's let the sleeping Jelly lie perfectly in the game. He will never know. Oh shoot, he knows. Oh hey, what's up? Welcome back.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Eh, you're perfectly fine. Nothing happened. I
I
did
mean,
not put you in the
on my
game.
screen, I'm going to be fine.
I know. In my screen, you you were in the game for a second.
I was in part of the game.
Just let me go ahead and close this nightmare fuel.
It's
This is
so
just sad.
it's I can't believe this is what
There's
FIFA decided to
there's
make.
you want to know what's like? There's no sign of gameplay. I don't know if that's a feature where at the end of when they're playing, quote unquote,
Yeah.
they sent a picture to the other team as if like also I
Yeah.
don't understand. Is it team based or is it actual like
I have no idea.
local team or is it online team? Can you actually send pictures to each other when you win? Because that's
In
a bad
the
idea.
in the press releases, they talk about the mascots having like abilities and special moves, like super abilities and special moves. So I have absolutely
Oh,
no idea what they're talking about.
it's a hero. I mean, it's a hero sporter. I don't know.
All right, you want okay,
Make me
Alchem, are you ready for some
help me.
buzzwords? Let me read this. Let me read this press release to you. With FIFA Heroes, fans can create a multiverse team mixing their treasured fictional heroes, favorite players, and our own mascots. We're offering the love of football to the new generation while rekindling the nostalgia and fun for families and older players who've grown up with FIFA. FIFA Heroes fits seamlessly into our digital football portfolio under the FIFA umbrella, adding another strong pillar to our fast growing gaming ecosystem. With FIFA Heroes, we set out to capture what actually makes football so compelling: speed, drama, and rivalry. Football has a unique way of bringing people together, and this game is our way of putting that love of the sport into play. I have absolutely no idea what this game is, Alchem. This, like,
Neither do I.
I'm so
It looks
confused. First of all,
it's
they
going.
said multiverse. What multiverse? I'm confused. I'm even more
You know what?
confused now that I read that, because I read
Me
that
too.
I've read that before, but I didn't really like fully internalize it. But now that I've like looked at it properly,
I'm guessing the following. It is a hero-based soccer game. Basically, when I say hero-based, meaning the characters will be unique looking and have
yeah,
their own special abilities. And multiversal means it's just an excuse to introduce characters from other franchises or just introduce actual players. But
I
I'm pretty sure
think
since they mentioned non-fiction, since they mentioned fiction,
like
I'm
fictional
assuming that they're
heroes,
not going to
favorite
include.
players, and our own
Oh,
mascots.
never mind. There it is. There it is. Favorite players. So yeah, they're going to
So
introduce characters. They're going to introduce actual players.
I wonder if the players are going to be the players and the mascots are going to be like the coaches that you can click a button and have an ability pop off because they're like the coach of the team or something like that.
That might be it. That might
Or like
actually
they
be
have
it.
I mean, considering this is 100% going to be a microtransaction filled game at least. I 100% guarantee the mascots give passive buffs or something like that or like
I think I think that might actually be it because in order to draw the young crowd, because this screams young crowd. The look of these
well all
mascots.
these things are going to be gotcha. Like
Yeah,
look,
no, it's gonna be gotcha.
let's say it's not an NFT game, which I definitely think whether or not this is or not, this started as an NFT project 100%. Like
No, but what I think it's gonna be is the goopy animal thing is for the kids,
Mm,
but then you'll have actual players with actual statistics as part of the team,
yeah.
meaning that'll draw in the older crowd who
Yeah.
loves soccer and everything. It'll
Hmm.
have both the gimmicky, cartoony looking cuteness of the
Yeah.
care of these animal characters, but it'll have the bare bones statistics that most FIFA players enjoyed in the past.
But here's the real
And
kicker, Alchem. It's only
yeah,
announced for console and mobile, so no PC game. I can't. We can't play it. I'm so
no, we
sad.
can't
I'm
play.
so sad we're gonna miss out on this game. Alchem,
I'm so glad. I'm happy.
I'm gonna
It
have to play.
hurts.
I'm gonna have to play this game and tell you about it, aren't I? I might have to make a. It's like when I played that one NFT game. I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice again because I'm so I want to know what this game is, Alchem. I'm too morbidly
Pain.
curious.
It's pain.
It's like when I
It's just
tried to
pain.
play that Maple Story NFT game. I just want to
Oh
know.
yeah.
Oh
It's
my god,
just
I'm just so confused. I just don't get it. But okay. I would love
yeah.
to be proven wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be. I think this game's gonna suck. It's gonna be
Pain.
microtransaction filled mess. I think every single aspect is going to be gotcha'd. I think the fictional heroes are going to be gotcha'd. I think the favorite players are going to be gotcha'd, and I think the mascots are going to be gotcha'd. Like we're going to be opening slash rolling slash card. It's going to be card backs, loot boxes, rolling for characters, rolling for stats, re-rolling for stats. Like it's going to be everything. There's going to be legendary versions of every player. It's going to be all that stuff. But I have to see it.
Pain.
I'm gonna see it. I have to. Though funny enough, my
Oh,
phone is really old, so my phone might not actually be able to play this. I'm gonna have to figure out how to play it on console then. Probably that's gonna be a pain. We'll see. We'll see. I'll figure it out. That's a me problem. But Alcom, to move on, I figured to get rid of this awful taste in our mouth. I found a story that made me laugh so hard because it was such an it was such an American headline that I was like, if I read this and I felt like I felt like an American flag pop up near me and like the Stars and Stripes started playing. Because Alchem, this is not video game news, but like I said, I mean it's kind of techy, kind of. So Alchem, I read this headline and I laughed for like 5 minutes, I think, because it was such a funny headline. Because only in the USA, stray bullet in Texas causes mass internet outage affecting thousands.
oh,
And
fuck.
I read that and I said, man, that only in the USA. So, 25,000 Spectrum consumers in Dallas were left without internet because a stray bullet hit an internet cable. This is not a joke. Not a joke.
Only in America.
It hit it in a let me keep reading this. I read this before, but I don't want to get it wrong because I don't think it was. Yeah, Spectrum's service was knocked offline by a gun-related incident, and the funny thing is, I don't think this was like this wasn't a shootout or anything like that. I think someone was just shooting guns and hit a fiber optic cable.
Okay.
But
They're
like
just having a little too much fun.
this wasn't like a shootout, you know?
No, someone's just having fun.
And they just hit a fiber optic cable by accident
Yeah,
and knocked
I'd
it out
rather cable
for.
than a person.
Oh yeah, like it's a funny thing, but I read that headline outcome and I was like, this is hilarious. This is a USA headline if I've ever heard one. And of course it happened in Texas too. How does that
Of
make
course it
you?
has to be. It's just
Do you feel the freedom flowing through your veins now that I've said that headline, Malcolm?
no. I feel like well. I mean, technically, yes, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, just more. Uh,
Uh,
finally, a gun incident in the U.S. that doesn't involve someone dying.
someone dying, yeah.
Like, God, I know it sounds morbid and everything, but at the same time, it's become so often,
I
it
mean,
happens so often at this point we make jokes of it.
I'm
But yeah,
definitely, I've definitely categorized myself as desensitized when it comes to news and guns and
I
stuff
think
like
we
that.
all are. I think we all are.
Actually,
We're
that's not
just
true.
at
When
this
it comes
point
to the
where
U.S., because actually
there was a shooting,
there was a shooting in Canada recently, and I was like, what the
and
heck?
everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's the funny thing. It's like there's been a mass shooting," and then they're like in the U.S. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if it's anywhere else, it's actual
Anywhere else, it's
news.
like what? Yeah, it's like how'd they get it? How'd they
And
get the
well,
gun?
it well, yeah. I mean, it's really hard to get guns here in Canada.
Firearms.
Well, actually, okay.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. It's really hard to get like assault rifles and stuff like that. Like it's almost impossible. Like they're banned here in Canada, but like getting guns, I do have to say,
You want to go?
there are tons of guns in Canada, but they're all hunting rifles and shotguns for
Uh,
hunting. Like in the rural areas of in the rural areas of Canada, you have to own a gun. The bears and moose are gonna kill you. You have to own a gun if you want to walk outside.
you don't need to be afraid of. You
You're
don't
af-
need to be afraid of
you,
that
you're
freaking
afraid.
move.
You're afraid of the moose, man. They're gonna kill you. And the
Moose
geese.
men will get you.
The geese will literally find you. I'm
No,
more
a roaming gang of geese will come and just beat the shit out of
yeah,
you.
I'm more scared of a geese than I am of a bear. Honestly, there's a
Geese are aggressive.
they're aggressive, man. They're aggressive.
Yeah, no. They're like sometimes they just pick on you just because you're like, hey, you're just 20 feet away and they're just in a bad mood.
Yeah, yeah,
They don't even need to hunt you. They don't.
yeah,
Bears do it because they need food,
yeah.
and you are like a sort
Yeah,
of.
bears are like
You're a source of food, but they could
yeah.
chase you down and find something that you may have that
Well,
is food.
f-
Goose don't need you.
yeah. For a lot of
They just want
people,
to fuck with
at
you.
least from a lot of the animal experts or like the people that talk about stuff, most bears don't attack humans
Oh,
because bears consider you too much of a hassle. You know, like
yeah, they'll go around you because they know that there'll be food near you.
yeah,
They don't actually want to mess with you because you're
yeah.
too much of a pain in the ass.
Well, because like
Geese,
it's just
like I
a
said,
it's like a they would argue like even though the bear isn't intelligent enough to think like this, but like it's a net loss of calories if they were to fight you, most
yeah,
likely. Like it's in to fight an adult human, it's a net loss of calories because I mean like humans, like you know, for animals, there's not a lot of meat on us. Like you know,
yeah.
it's just not a lot of meat
Yeah, the risk reward
comparatively.
for a bear fighting a human is not that good, so most bears tend to avoid confrontations with
Yeah,
humans.
especially like
Tend to.
tend to, of course. Yeah, yeah. Depends how desperate they are.
Yeah,
And or if they see like if they see food, they're just gonna go for the food, the easy food.
yeah. And if you're in the way, they're gonna go. They're gonna try to go through you for the easy food.
And most humans, smartly enough, let the bears eat the easy access food and just leave. They're like,
Yep.
dude, if you want to eat that barbecue, you eat that barbecue. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, just
I'm gonna
get the
go.
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
You have those. I saw you have those funny videos where like you just have the white woman yelling at the bear, "Go, get out of here, leave, go!" And then the
yeah,
bear's like, "No, fine, okay, I'll leave," and he just runs off.
yeah. Like they're more likely to get injured, so they won't do it. But yeah, so I read that headline outcome. I was like, ha, that's funny. Um, and I wanted to end off. I wanted to do that after the EA game because I figured we both be kind of sad by the EA one. And I'm don't get me wrong,
Incredibly sad for the
I'm sad.
future.
I'm sad, but also I'm keeping an eye on this because, like I said, I'm willing to take the bullet to figure out.
I'm going to have a moment when it comes out. We're like, I told you it was this bullshit. And
I know I'm gonna agree, and I'm
yeah,
gonna
no,
try to
yeah,
play
no.
this game. And
It's like it's what
yeah,
you're the animals are the coaches, the human players are the actual players,
there's no
and
release date though.
uh,
There's no release date.
I'm smacking my head on stuff. Good. I hope it doesn't. I hope they come to their senses and just pull this. No, FIFA needs a win,
No,
so they're gonna push
no.
whatever they can.
They literally didn't renew they didn't do the thing with EA to make this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So they need to do this. They just need
FIFA
to
was
come out.
so arrogant that they offered like a crazy deal to EA. They like doubled the price or something like that. And when EA said no, they said fine, we'll make our own.
Yep. So this is them standing on their own 2 feet. They have no. They can't step back. They have to go forward with this. Which it's going to be interesting to see what comes of this. Whether it'll still even look like the initial project that we just saw now.
So I
I'm
just
so
looked up the
curious. And I'm
company.
dreading it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Motorola, the company in the trailer, isn't a video game
It's
company.
Motorola. It's a
It's
phone
a phone. It's a
company.
phone
Oh,
company.
fuck
I just
off.
realized it's a phone
They're the
company.
ones.
It's not
They're
a.
the ones. Yeah,
It's
no.
not a
That's
video
why
game
they're showing
company.
their. No,
That's why
that's
the
why they
phone's
show
in.
their
Oh,
fucking phone
that's
there.
why it's a. That's
It's
why the
their
phone's in there.
phone.
It's their
Yeah,
phone.
it's the Motorola Razor, the
Oh,
flip,
the flip
yeah,
phone.
the touchscreen flip phone. Oh my lord, they're
It's
the ones
not
in
a
charge of
video
this.
game company. That's
It's gonna
hilarious.
be shit.
It's
It's
that's
it's not
why
just gonna be shit. It's just gonna be like a bare bones
it's
mobile
gonna be
game PC.
bad.
It's
It's gonna be
yep.
like the worst thing this thing's gonna be is
Uh,
it's gonna be boring most likely, you know?
hmm
Because like
It's going to be
bad
a
games
boring cash
bad
grab.
games can be fun. Like, you know, bad games can be fun, but like a boring bad video game, it's like a boring bad movie, you know? Bad movies can be fun sometimes. Bad video games can be fun sometimes.
This
But
is just gonna be a boring
but
gotcha.
boring bad games like Sonic 06 is a bad fun game. Maybe that's PTSD for me, but like but this game's going to be boring. Look, don't look at me like that. Some of the levels are
Uh,
fun. After you
oh,
get
fine. Yeah, fine.
here the difference for Sonic 06 for me, Alchem, is that once you beat the game, you could play the levels you enjoy. So I only played the levels that I like. So I played the Sonic and Shadow levels only. And Silver. Silver's levels were okay.
Yeah, silver levels were okay, but
Everyone
yeah,
else's
silver.
though.
Nothing you like
I only played them once so I can get rid of them so I can play the Sonic levels more.
Didn't you like playing Rouges or Tails where he just throws the rings at
I
people?
mean, honestly, the ring bombs were interesting idea but terrible execution.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
lagged the game if you use the bomb
It
too many
totally
times.
did. If you did it too many times, it started just chug
It
the poor,
started to
poor
lag the
that poor
game really
console.
bad.
The poor console could barely
360
handle
could
it.
barely handle it. Mostly because they made the game in like a year.
They couldn't handle Sonic's super cool rings.
They couldn't. They couldn't. But Outcome, that's all I have for today. I think that was a good episode.
That
Good
was
episode. That was funny.
hurtful.
I'm glad
Hurtful.
I managed to still put in a kind of because this game definitely started as an
That's gonna be.
NFT game.
It's gonna show as an NFT. It's gonna bear its fangs.
If it
Like
does
give it
if it
time.
isn't an NFT game, this started as an NFT game and they pulled the plug because the NFT market and the crypto market has crashed so hard. But this definitely started as it. We'll see if it actually ends up being it. But yeah, why don't you do your shoutouts, Alchem?
Hi, my name is Alchem. I am very hurt right now because of the things we just discussed on the stream. On the podcast, sorry. For those of you who watch here live on the live stream over on my channel, thank you so much. If you guys are watching over on YouTube or Spotify, thank you so much for the love and support you guys are sending there. I really appreciate it. And if you guys enjoy my content here on the podcast, if you guys are watching any of the video versions, you see me on the right side of the screen. I'm a little Tanuki I'm a I lost my train of thought. I'm a Tanuki VTuber normally found on Twitch and YouTube, where you can catch me playing my games. You can also catch me over on Twitter, as well as TikTok and YouTube, where I put shorts out there. And yeah, you can catch me on those platforms. I need to also start putting stuff out on Instagram as well, but I'm kind of falling behind there. But yeah, if you want to catch me on those platforms, you can. If you want to support me, there are various ways. And I mean, you can find those by just going on those platforms. But yeah. And as always, you can always catch me here on the podcast on Saturdays, usually, alongside the Techno Jelly, who will now take it away.
And they're in the description. Get this, remember to say that too, Alchem.
Oh, yeah. In the descriptions. Sorry, I
It's
wasn't
okay. It's
reading
okay. You're not
I
used
was
to it.
ad-libbing.
You're not used to it. You're not used to it. Okay, hello everyone. I am the Technology. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you're listening on the YouTube channel. Hit the follow button. I think you follow on Spotify, if I remember correctly. If you do, we're almost caught up. It's very exciting. I've been uploading them once a day. I forgot actually yesterday. I need to keep uploading them, and then we'll finally get to once a week as the normal thing goes. If you'd like to support me and slash the podcast, please go over to the Patreon, patreon.com/the Techno Jelly. Alchem, it's all the names of the supporters going across the screen right now. Look at it. Amazing. If you would like to, you get access to a poll for a monthly stream that I am doing now on Patreon. So please go over there and check that out. If you'd like to follow me on other platforms, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads, all at the Technology, where I post all the social media shenanigans. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will see you in another episode. Goodbye, everyone.
Later, guys.